হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান, আজকে একটু দেরি হয়ে গেল, সরি ফর দ্যাট। সবাই কি আমাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? শুনতে পারেন তার একটু আমাকে রেসপন্স করবেন। ওকে ওকে, আমি শুরু করছি তাহলে। ওয়েলকামিং অল টু আওয়ার নিউ সেশন অন বিজনেস লেটার রাইটিং অ্যান্ড আইএলটিএস স্পিকিং। সো আজকে আমাদের সেশনটা হচ্ছে আমাদের অনারেবল স্যার মেহেদী হাসান পবিত্র স্যারের সাথে। উনি একজন আমাদের এআইবির একজন ইংলিশের ফ্যাকাল্টি। তো ফার্স্টলি আসলে আজকে আমাদের সেশনের জন্য থ্যাঙ্কস জানাবো আমাদের পবিত্র স্যারকে, যে উনি আমাদেরকে আসলে সময়টা দিতে পেরেছেন এবং আমাদের তার মূল্যবান সময় থেকে যে আমাদের কে সময় দিয়েছেন সেই কারণে। সো আমরা আসলে সেশনটা শুরু করার আগে আমাদের লেটস লার্নের কিছু মানে মোটোগুলো আমরা শেয়ার করি। তো লেটস লার্নটা আসলে আমরা প্রথমত শুরু করি আসলে বিভিন্ন কিছু টার্গেট করে আর কি, কিছু ব্যাপার টার্গেট করে। তো প্রথমত আমরা আমাদের ক্যারিয়ার যখন শুরু করি আমরা আসলে নিশ্চিত থাকি না আমরা কি হতে যাবে, কি করতে চাই। তো আমাদের মোটামুটি সব সেশনেই এই টপিকটার ব্যাপারে আসলে ছোটোখাটো মানে গাইডলাইন দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করি আমরা, যাতে জুনিয়ররা কিছু গাইডলাইন পায়। আর দ্বিতীয়ত আমরা আমাদের প্রফেশনাল লাইফে হয়তো অনেক কিছু ফেস করি বা করি না, হয়তো একজনের যে এক্সপিরিয়েন্স হয়েছে সেটা অন্য একজনের হয় নাই। তো এই এক্সপিরিয়েন্স শেয়ার করাটাই আসলে আমাদের প্রধান উদ্দেশ্য, তো যাতে আপনার পরবর্তীতে আপনার একটা প্রবলেম সলভ করতে সময় কম লাগে। তো এতে করে দেখা যাবে যদি একটা সেশনে 500 মানুষের মধ্যে 200 জনের কাজে লাগে এবং এই 200 জনের মধ্যে যদি 10 ঘন্টা করে এক একজনের সেভ হয়, সেই ক্ষেত্রে দেখা যাবে টোটালি আমার অলমোস্ট 2000 ম্যান আওয়ার সেভ হচ্ছে। তো শুধু তাই না, এতে আমাদের কাজের কোয়ালিটি অনেক বাড়বে। তো সেই কারণে আসলে আমাদের এই লেটস লার্নের উদ্যোগটা নেওয়া। তো প্রত্যেক চেষ্টা করি আমরা হচ্ছে প্রত্যেক সপ্তাহের ফ্রাইডেতে একটা করে সেশন করার। সো আমি আসলে আজকে বেশিক্ষণ আপনাদের ওয়েট করাবো না। আজকে আপনারা অলরেডি জানেন আমাদের হচ্ছে বিজনেস লেটার রাইটিং এর সেশন আজকে, মেনলি এপিসোড 1 এটা। তো আমি ওয়েলকাম করছি আমাদের পবিত্র স্যারকে। আমি করছি আমাদের স্ট্রিমে।
একটু অপেক্ষা করা যাবে বর্ষণ?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, শিওর 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 স্যার।
বর্ষণ, আপনি শুনছেন আমাকে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমি কি অলরেডি লাইভে চলে গিয়েছি?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, জি।
হ্যালো?
হ্যালো, জি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, আপনি কি আমাকে শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা, আমি কি অলরেডি লাইভে চলে গিয়েছি?
ইয়েস স্যার, হ্যাঁ। ঠিক আছে স্যার,
একটু ওয়েট করেন।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
কারণ আমার পাওয়ার পয়েন্টটা আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি কি যে যখন আমরা লাইভে যাচ্ছি তখন সামহাও জিনিসটা শাটডাউন হয়ে যাচ্ছে, যেটা কালকে হয়নি। তো আপনি একটু প্রথমে আমাকে একটু কনফার্ম করেন যে এভরিথিং ইজ ওকে, ঠিক আছে?
জি স্যার, আপনি হয়তো স্ট্রিমে এখন আমাদের প্রেজেন্টেশনটা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন।
Everybody can see me on stream already?
হ্যাঁ, ইয়েস।
Okay, all right. So
প্রেজেন্টেশনটাও
can
দেখা
you?
যাচ্ছে স্যার।
Okay,
হ্যাঁ
so you can. এখন কি সবাইকে নিয়ে নিয়েছেন?
হ্যাঁ, অলরেডি অনেকেই জয়েন করে ফেলেছেন।
Oh, okay, all right, fine.
ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আমি আপনাকে দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, আপনি শুরু করেন। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ।
Sure, all right. But I hope that you will be there. Anyway, okay, I hope that you guys can see me well, but sorry for this technical inconveniences and little bit of little bit late. But first of all, I would like to thank all of you for making it up. It's a strange time for all of us. We all have been going through a difficult time, but still life goes on. So thank you so very much for making it up here. I think I know many of you. You already got me in the AIB in your class, or perhaps at least in your campus. So some of you are very close to me, some of you are familiar with me, some of you are not. So I wish a warm welcome to all of you who are listening to me right now. At the beginning, I would also like to remember the memory of our Hafiz sir, who recently passed away. It's a very sad news. So I hope all of you are doing well, both physically and mentally. I'm sure you have seen the advertisement and I mean the flyer. So you know that what we are going to learn. In next 45 to 50 minutes, I will be trying to make the time effective. This is the first slide, the business letters, and it's a vast topic, but obviously we can accommodate it to the time that we have. And then I have decided that I will be talking about the word choice, and I will also be looking at a little bit of sentences, like sentence styles, the kind of sentences that we use. And last but not the least, I will be trying to give you some resources so that you can keep on learning as well as practicing in this area of writing. So good to go. Let's start. I don't see any I don't hear any sound from your end. Borshon, are you listening to me, guys? Borshon and everyone? Borshon? Well, Borshon, are you listening? Okay, all right, fine. It looks like that I'm talking to a wall. I can't hear any sound from them. Anyway, so moving on. Okay, I can't hear you, but you can. Okay, all right, fine. So those who know me and those who don't, I'm Mehedi Kayser Pabitra. I'm an assistant professor of English, AIUB. I just wrote my name a while ago. Maybe some of you already saw me writing my own name. This is just for those who probably never knew me before. Before I start, jump into my credentials, the content, I would like to mention some names, some sources as courtesy. First is obviously the business communication books. The content, the information that you are going to get from me tonight is definitely collected and based on from several business communication books. Obviously, the first one that I would like to mention is Ashley. Ashley's Business Correspondence, a very known book. I follow that book very much. I can give a copy, upload a copy of that book in a particular platform from where you can download later. I also am extremely highly grateful to Syracuse University, where I had a chance to study. The reason I mentioned the Syracuse University name is because that was the place where I experienced the native writing, native style of writing. To be more specific, native style of business communication. So many of the things that I will be talking today are certain learnings that I have that I got from my one-year stay at Syracuse University, USA. I'm also grateful to Dhaka University English Department Learning because I studied there. I completed my honors and masters from there. The reason I'm telling these because sometimes what you will hear from me today may conflict a little bit from what you have been already practicing or what you have heard from other sources. So therefore, I would like to make my source of learning clear to all of you. I have kept learning from many online platforms, and one of them is definitely Coursera. I completed several online courses from Coursera, so most of them are business communication courses. So today I'm going to share some of the learning that I had from Coursera as well. PowerPoint School, this is basically, I came across with this through YouTube. Today some of my slides have been taken from the PowerPoint School, and so I thought that I should mention their name. Even though I designed some of their slides in my own way as well, but obviously I got concept from them. Then Purdue University, well, many of you have heard of this university as well. Even some of AIB students are also studying at Purdue University too. Now, why I'm talking about Purdue? Because they have done an extremely, I would say, a benevolent task for all of us. They have created a page of lots of English language learning resources for English students as well as the teachers. So today I will also be sharing some of their materials as well in my slides, and I will also tell you to visit the page at your convenience. They have done a splendid job, the Purdue University. My goodness, everything is free. Many universities have their own resources, but they never make materials free. But Purdue University did. So hats off to them. And obviously, my trainings. I have done number of trainings in Bangladesh so far, from top-notch companies to mid-sized companies. And when I trained them, or in other words, when they gave me the privileged opportunity to train their executives, I have learned a lot from the actual practices, the business communication practices, the writing practices, the spoken practices that they do in their industry. So I have also tried to incorporate those learnings for myself as well. So those things I will also be sharing with you. With that background, so let's jump in. Okay. First, I will be very quick to just shed some light on salutations, the business letter most common salutations, even though this was not actually the plan, but I just added it 1 hour ago, just thinking that maybe it might be an issue for some of you too, still at your office desk, that what salutation word you will be using for your letter writing. Please remember the salutations that I'm going to talk now. They are all right both for the emails and for the letters, business letters. Most business communications these days are done on email platforms, but the necessity of business letters is not yet redundant. The confidential business communication is certainly still done on business letters. Let's look at some of the most common business letter as well as email salutations. All right. The first one is, I hope that you can all of you can hear me as well as you can see me well. The first one is, dear sir. When you write to a person who belongs to one higher rank, and the person, when he is senior to you by age, obviously in Bangladesh office communication style, we write to them as sir. Please remember that this is not true for the Western world. Anyway, today our entire focus of discussion is based on the way we communicate inside our country. So therefore, dear sir is the most appropriate salutation when we communicate both internally and externally to seniors, both by age and by the official position. Please take a look at the alphabet D and S, both are capital. So D capital and S capital. I have used comma here, but you will see that there are some other variations. But one variation is with comma, but there are other variations as well. Okay, so that's number one. Dear sir. Next one is dear Mr. First Name. That is very common. That's a very common communication pattern. We use it in our writing business letters as well as in emails. We use dear and then Mr. and then first name. Now, one of the most common errors I see that people use full name. Let's say, dear Mr. Raihan Kobir. That is not correct. Dear Mr. Raihan. You can also write dear Mr. Kobir, which is the last name. So you take either first name or the last name, but we do not write the full name. That is not shown in the business communication books. That is not shown in the Coursera. All right, but in Bangladesh, actually, I have seen that very front row banks and also corporate organizations, they have a culture to salute a person with the full name. So, well, I'm just sharing what is correct. Okay, so dear Mr. First Name is the correct salutation to definitely both externally and internally. Externally is when you communicate from one office to the other. Internally, well, obviously it is when the communication is done between low to high or high to low. It is very common for the formal communications. Okay, so dear Mr. First Name. If it is a woman, female gender, then I think you can guess it is dear MS First Name. So if you see that how I wrote dear D and MS M capital and first F capital and then name. By the way, name also the first alphabet should be capital as well. I have given examples in my next slide, so don't worry. All right. Even in office communications, it occurs many times that you get very friendly to the person. You have been working with the person for such a long time that you have become almost like a friend and very close. You also work with people who belong to the same age group, right? So same age group people who you have been working very closely. You are writing daily emails. I believe this one is probably the most common, dear first name. So dear Rakib, because you also call the person with Tumi in Bangla. So when you write an email to him, obviously you use dear Rakib or dear Ashraf or something like this. D capital, and obviously if it is Rakib, R capital. So okay, so let's move to the next one and then I'll summarize. Hi first name. Obviously when you are very friendly to a person, you can use the word hi in email, but please remember that for the letter writing we never use hi. I repeat, for the letter writing we do not use hi as a salutation. We don't. One more time. In the letter writing, we do not use hi as the salutation. Hi is absolutely casual and very informal, friendly, and we use it for emails. Dear sales team, when you write a letter, you can use it, dear sales team. When you write email, yes, you can use it, dear sales team, dear managers. I have given example in my next slide, and over there you will see I have used dear colleagues. We use it a lot. All right, so to have a summary, on my left side, on the left side of my screen, dear sir, dear Mr. First Name, dear MS First Name, these are all highly formal business letter salutations. And on the right side, dear first name, hi first name, these two are the email salutations. Dear sales team, it's also email as well as business letters. And all of them, all these six, dear sir, dear Mr. First Name, dear MS First Name, dear first name, hi first name, dear sales team, all of them we can use in the emails as well. So all of them we can use in the email, but only left the three, we use them in our business letters. Business letters, I mean the letters printed and then distributed. Okay, let me check that whether Borshon can hear me. So let me write, can you hear me? That's my iPhone. I bought it in 2013. Some of you know me since 2013. Borshon can hear me, so I guess you can hear me too. Okay. So now the examples. Dear sir / madam. Why? Because you are writing to a person, especially for those like when we do not know whether the person is male or female gender, because completely unknown. So we use this style, dear sir / madam. Okay. Then dear Mr. Rakib, I just mentioned that how we can use the first name. Then dear MS Sabrina, so let's say for a woman. And also dear Rakib, if the person is very familiar. Once again, dear Rakib is not for the business letter. Dear Rakib is only for the email. Even if you write a letter to Rakib who you are very close to, you have to salute him with the Mr. You have to address the person with Mr. Hi Rakib, if the person is very close to you, you can also use it. And as I said, I will also show you an example of colleagues, so dear colleagues. Now, if you take a look at it, you will see that I have used comma in some examples. I have not used comma in one example, and I have used colon in one example. So there are three variations. Number one, you can use comma, you cannot use comma, I mean you can avoid comma, and you can use colon. So with comma, without comma, and with colon. With comma, without comma, and with colon. All of them are completely all right. Okay, I wish I could hear you guys, and I wish I could hear the questions, but probably maybe sometime later. Now again, this was, I also added this just a moment ago actually, just for the signature lines. When you write a business letter, what about the signature lines? As I said, that when I have taken trainings, I have seen people using multiple variations for the signature lines, but in the business communication books, they are very strict about it. They use basically these three ones. Let me show you those three. One is yours sincerely. It's very common. I personally use it, yours sincerely. Then yours faithfully, and best regards. These three, enough. This three is enough for your signature line. If you're asking me what is signature line, signature line comes at the end of your letter. Okay, signature line comes at the end of your letter, and signature line comes at the end of your email. So this is how you finish your letter or email. So yours sincerely, the person you are familiar with, the person you are regularly writing. Yours faithfully, a bit distant communication. You're writing for the first time or not so regular communication. Best regards, very regular, very frequent, and also very close communication. So these three are enough. Yours sincerely, yours faithfully, best regards. There are multiple variations available in Bangladesh about this, but these three are correct. Do not use apostrophe comma, or do not use your faithfully or anything. There are many mistakes, actually. I have seen them. These three are correct. Okay. All right. Moving on. Now, moving to our syllabus. Our syllabus is word choice, right? That's what I wrote in the flyer, the blue flyer. Okay, so I will be talking about the at least five techniques or 5 styles, 5 words basics I will be talking about. I hope I will be able to finish them well. So let me see what is the time now. Okay, all right. Here I will start with one technique or rule which is really interesting, because I remember I never found it in any book or in uh, uh, any book or in any website or anywhere. I found it in Syracuse. When I was studying at Syracuse University, I found this technique extremely used by the natives, by the Native Americans. By the way, I'm sure you all know why I'm referring to them, because English is a language of Americans, and prior to that, the British people. So they use the English, the most standard form. So therefore, I personally appreciate and as well as the value of the standard form used by the British and the American, mostly Americans. So coming back to the discussion, so I saw this in their writing, and then I asked one day my very good friend Brad that what is this? Why you guys follow this style? And then he said that, well, maybe we learned it from our school, and this is how we say, this is how we write. And I saw that just because of this style, I have written, let's say, 10 words, but Brad has written 6 words or maybe 5 words. So this is a way how you can minimize the number of words. And that really works very nice. That in order to maintain the brevity, the preciseness of your writing, you can apply this technique. It's an easy technique. It's a wonderful technique. You never get it in any book or anywhere. At least I didn't get. But it's effective, and I do it all the time. People send me their writing for edit, for correction, for checking this and that, and I apply this technique every time I get something from to check or edit from various types of people, professionals, writers, academicians. So gave a lot of background. So let's see what the technique is. I'm sure you are still with me. Okay. So I hope you have already noted down the word order change. Probably you have understood that the order will be changed. The word order will be changed. So let's take a look at it. The first one, campaign of the marketing department. Okay, so let's say you are writing a sentence, and in that sentence you have to you are using it, campaign of the marketing department. I think most Bangladeshi writers will use it in this way, campaign of the marketing department. The balance information of the customers, balance information of the customers. And then number 3, opportunity for the scholarship. This is how I guess 99 out of 100 people in Bangladesh will write these expressions in this way. And this is correct, by the way. This is obviously, it's correct. It's grammatically correct. It's absolutely fine. No problem with it. But a native will not write it in this way. A Native American will transfer it to a different way, a little different way. So what's the difference? He will write a marketing campaign. So he's just changing the word order. A simple change, a very simple change. He will write customers balance information. And he will also write scholarship opportunity. Now, as you can, I'm sure you are getting the impact. If you take a look at the left side and on the right side, you see the impact, right? That it's now, it has become very precise, very precise. And the direct noticeable impact is that we have already minus 2-3 words. And when you write in business letters, in emails, obviously these changes, subtle changes, I would say, make an impact. Obviously, it makes an impact. So if I summarize that the technique that I'm talking about right now is word order change, where we remove the preposition, we remove article, and we change the placement of words from end to the beginning and beginning to the end. Something like this. A noun phrase changes their words. That's how we do it. If you ask me how you can practice, well, when you write, no problem. But when you check before you finalize your writing at your office desk or at your desk for your studies, try to see if you can apply this technique. Maybe most of you didn't know this technique before 11 p.m. tonight, maybe. So now that you know it, try to apply it. If you try to apply it, it will be, I would say, it will be used by you. But if you forget it, if you don't try it, if you don't edit it, if you don't check your writing, and then it will never have that impact. Okay, but since now you know it, you can try it. Okay, all right. Next one is do not use contract forms. This is our second technique for our word choice for business letters as well as emails. But remember, email is friendly communication. Email is less formal. So in email, it's totally fine. In email, you can use contract forms. But for the business letters, for the proposals, for the memorandums, for the reports, all types of formal business communication, try not to use contract forms. When I edit people's writing, when I use people's writing, I do correction of this particular area of writing, that contract forms. They use contract forms everywhere, here and there, and I make it in the complete forms. So I'm sure you are familiar with the contract forms. All of you are either university students or professionals, so you know what I'm talking about. Let me show you the examples, then it will be clear to you. Let's take a look at the sentence. The recommendations can't be applied due to funding restrictions. So now you know that can't, C-A-N apostrophe T, can't be applied, can't, both are fine. So that's our short form, the contract form. Now, what is the correction? Yes, it should be cannot. The recommendations cannot be applied due to funding restrictions. So here, the change is in the cannot. There are other contract forms, which I'm sure you know, but I have added a list here. In my next slide, you will see the list. But I cannot give you enough time to copy, which I make everyone mandatory to copy in my classes. But that is, as I said, you will get them, all of the materials that I am using today. You will get all of them in a source. I will tell you where to go. So this is one rule that I'm talking about, which is that do not use contract forms in your formal business letters, formal business proposals, formal business reports, formal memorandums, any kind of formal business writings. Avoid contract forms. So I'm talking about this list. I'm sure all of you are familiar, right? We probably learned it when we were in heaven, when we were a kid. Anyway, so moving on, our next technique is another essential technique, easy but very useful. What is that? It is do not use phrasal verbs. Very, very effective. Trust me, this is perhaps, if word order is my first correction that I do for the regular writing of different types of professionals and academicians. I do a lot of editing, by the way, professional editing. So if that is my first correction, This is my second one, or maybe this is the first one, that is the second one. I correct people's writing always on the basis of this, the phrasal verbs. People in Bangladesh love phrasal verbs. There is a reason, because in our syllabus in SSC, HSC, class 8, class 5, there were many phrasal verbs we used to memorize. It was given at the bottom part, no, at the end part of our book. We used to memorize and we had exams on it. So since we memorized phrasal verbs, we must use it. So we use it all the time. But this, well, actually, it's not wrong. It's stylistically wrong. It's not grammatically wrong, but it is stylistically wrong to use phrasal verbs in formal business communication, in the formal business writing. You will hardly come across any phrasal verb in the writings of coming from any native circle, like any Americans, educated Americans, or a British person will hardly use phrasal verbs. When I say phrasal verb, I also say idioms. Never ever, I repeat, never ever, one more time, never ever use idioms in formal writing. Okay, so no phrasal verb, no idioms, no phrases, no idioms. I shouldn't say phrases because phrase means another thing, but no phrasal verbs, no idioms in the formal business writing. Formal business letters, to be more specific. Obviously, I'm going to show you the example, but very precisely, very, very precisely, you take a verb and you add a preposition. That makes a phrasal verb. I repeat, you take a verb and a preposition. That is a phrasal verb. So let's say, for example, I just said come across. So come and across. Come is the verb and across is a preposition. That's a phrasal verb. So in formal business writing, we avoid phrasal verbs. What about idioms? I'm sure you know many idioms. I have added only one example. So we avoid both phrasal verbs and idioms in our writing. Okay, so let's see the examples. That then it will be clear to you. The patient got over his illness. Got is a verb, over is a preposition. So I'm sure maybe some of you already corrected it already. Yes, you are right. It should be the patient recovered from his illness. Okay. Now, some people will say come around. That is also another phrasal verb. So in my next slides, you will see some other examples where you will see direct reduction of the words. You will see that in the phrasal verb there were okay, so some of you probably are giving me questions, and so they are requesting me to go to the questions, to see the questions. So if you have any questions, you can ask me something of this kind. Okay, so, but I don't see your questions yet. Anyway, so let me carry through. So here what we can see that from got over, we have come down to recovered, only word, only one word, because recovered means to get over an illness, to come out of an illness. Oh, okay, so they will show me the questions. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will be answering directly. Okay, so next one is, I think this example is better than the previous one. So let's take a look. The results of the study were mixed up. The results of the study were mixed up. So where is the problem? Obviously the blue part, the mixed up. Mixed is a verb and up is a preposition, so it's kind of two words. It's a phrasal verb. Pretty much the same. The results of the study were confusing. So when you use the one word confusing, you can eliminate the phrasal verb. So what is the impact? The impact is very straightforward. It's basically the two words now cut down to only one word. Okay, so this is the impact, that there were two words, but now it's only one word. First, it was mixed up. We know that what does mix up means, not clear, unclear, something like that. So from there we come down to confusing, and then it's one word. Once again, I'm talking about the business letter word choice, and this is certainly a good impactful writing when you use only one word to express your message. I hope you guys are writing. Probably if you write, or maybe you are taking pictures. Maybe you are taking pictures, because these days people don't write. People all the time, people take pictures everywhere. Okay, it's fine. You can take pictures, no problem. Okay. Next one. I will share in this slide. I will be sharing some most common words that I guess all of you have been using in your business letters always, and I will request you to use the alternatives from today. I mean, from tomorrow morning, when you write, avoid the words on the left side. The words that I'm going to show you on the left side, avoid them when you write. Okay. So first one is a number of. You're surprised because everybody uses the word a number of. Everyone. You also use find out. People use find out all the time. In Bangladesh, people are always finding out something. Look for. People are always looking for something as well. So find out and look for. A number of, find out, look for. Very common very common word in business writing. So for a number of, I think yes, your guess is correct. Use many. Use many. When you need to use a number of, don't use a number of, right? Use many. If it is not many, then use several. Because several means 2, 3, 1, mainly 2, basically 2 or 3. So you can use several, you can use many. Find out, can you guess? Identify. Look for. What alternative can you find? Can you guess? Yes, search. So many, identify, search, use them when you need to use a number of, find out, look for. You know what? If you take a look at these two columns of words, you knew all of them. Okay, you knew a number of, you knew find out, you knew look for, you also knew many, identify, and search. But probably you did not know that in formal business writing, we are supposed to avoid phrasal verbs. Perhaps you did not know, perhaps. So now that you know it, so when you write, after you finish your writing, when you edit, apply these rules. Then you will see that yes, your writing looks little different from the past. And actually that is the main purpose of all these business communication courses, letter writing courses or materials. The main purpose is to present our message in a little more sleek and precise and more accurate way. Today we are looking at the style rather than accuracy. So style-wise, these techniques are very, very helpful. What was the first I talked about? A word order change. What was the second I talked about? This particular not using phrasal verb. In the middle, I talked about the contract forms as well, but this is the major technique. The first one was the word order change, and the second one is this particular not using phrasal verb. Okay, yeah, as I said, -1, 2 words. When we use it, we can eliminate 1 or 2 words. We have 12 minutes, around 17 or 18 minutes left probably, so I have to be fast now. I talked about the idioms. Anybody knows the meaning of did not hold water? Probably not. Do you know the meaning of Achilles heel? You know, then water under the bridge. So so these are all metaphors, no? Water under the bridge, did not hold water, and cock and bull story, whatnot, no? So when we use a group of words and we mean something different, okay, so Maria Frin asked me a question. Does it mean we can use synonyms? Okay, what I would suggest that when you use Microsoft Word, obviously in offices we type the letters in computer in MS Word, and then we take a printout. The easiest solution is that if you want to replace a phrasal verb, you keep your cursor on the phrasal verb, you click on the right side of the mouse, and then you see the synonyms. In the synonyms, you will see that there is one word option, one word alternative word given by Microsoft Word. Just select it. When you write manually, when you do not have the computer access, no problem. Yes, you search for a synonym, but your synonym has to be one word equivalent of 2 words or 3 words phrasal verb. If you find a synonym which is the same as 3-word phrasal verb, then there will be no impact. So in order to have an impact in your writing, in order to make your writing precise, you have to find out, the group phrasal verb. You have to find out a synonym which is 1-word synonym for that phrasal verb. Then it's all right. So for an answer to your question directly, yes, you can look for a synonym, but that synonym has to be 1-word equivalent for the 2 words or 3 words phrasal verb or the idiom. Then it's the correct one. Okay, so as you see, I have written didn't hold water. Then I have written the word awesome, and I have also written the word talk about. I think especially the word talk about, people use it a lot in writing, in emails, and also in the business letters as well. So they use another word called focus on. Everybody in Bangladesh is focusing. Okay, so no more focus. Anyway, so people do a lot of focus in Bangladesh. So did not hold water, and awesome, talk about, and focus on. So did not hold water, so you can say that inappropriate. So did not hold water means something is meaningless. So you cannot say exactly meaningless. You can use the word inappropriate. Inappropriate, that's a good equivalent. Awesome, effective. The project was awesome. I think the project was effective. The project was effective. That's a better word. And talk about, discuss. I think you already probably understood the synonym for the word talk about. Before I gave you, maybe you already came up with it. So talk about is an example of phrasal verb, which was the equivalent is discuss. Awesome is a casual word, which we cannot use in our business letter. Did not hold water is an idiom that we also cannot use in our business letter. So no idioms, no casual word, no phrasal verb in business letter. Okay. I hope you guys are still with me and not bored at all. I know many of you know me personally. Many of us are very familiar to each other. You see me from the other end, but I cannot see you. But probably we will be exchanging messages, texts, and laughing at my mistakes. No problem. I will take it as a constructive criticism. Okay, so again, the -1, 2 words. Next slide. Oh, by the way, this is my Facebook ID, Mehedi Pabitra. You can also, after the class, you can text me there if you have any questions. English with Pabitra, it's my fairly a new page I have opened. I will be uploading some of my materials as well as these class materials over there, these session materials. You can also get it from there. And that's my number, 0192 956 7746. WhatsApp me. You can WhatsApp me for your writing problems, for your immediate correction. Sometimes people text me, যে পবিত্র ভাই এটার কি হবে ইংলিশটা, এটা কি ঠিক আছে, and I also immediately give the feedback. So I do it with passion, I do it with love and care. Feel free to send me your any confusions about writing and anything like that. Unless and until it's a very big volume of work, I immediately reply. Yes, thank you so much for your trust and for your company with me all the time. Thank you very much for keeping me busy. Okay, next technique is try not to use first person. Try not to use first person. So this is our number 4 technique. Now it is going to be a little more complex, I should say, or maybe I should say advanced, maybe. But still, you will need them. You will need this technique today or tomorrow. However, I must say that in our business letters, we have to start a sentence with first person. For example, we have to write, I am writing to inform you that. It's fairly a very regular sentence for any business letter, for any email writing. I am writing to inform you that, I would like to inform you that. People use it all the time. But yes, there are certain situations where business communication books and practices are to avoid the first person. Okay, so I think you are eager to see the examples if you are still with me. So let's walk you through. Guys, do you like my slides, the designs? PowerPoint is cool. Okay, so here you can see a sentence. I considered various options for the campaign. So in a report, it's not an appropriate sentence. When you write about a report, when you write a report about a business performance, business case, or a business situation, or anything in the office, it's better to use the passive format. So let's see the corrections. Various options were considered for the campaign. So you have understood that I have done a sentence structure change completely. What I have done is I have used where considered, and this is fairly, as you can understand, it's basically active to passive, right? I'm not going to discuss how you do active to passive because all of you did it in your SSC and HSC and in the previous classes. Yes, we need passive sentences in business communication writing, especially in the formal business letters and business communications. We need active to passive. So keep it in mind that sometimes you need active to passive. I will also give some other examples. Let's look at this one. I wonder why he put up with those terrible conditions for so long. Now here, I wonder, obviously this is something that we should eliminate. Why he put up with, especially you see the put up with, it's another phrasal verb. So long is also little informal, casual, and entirely the structure of the sentence, the why he put up with, that is also that should be changed. Let's see. I changed it. The reasons for his terrible conditions are unclear to me. So if you count the number of words, I'm sure you see there are changes. Okay, so the reasons for his terrible conditions are unclear to me. So you may say that there might be slight meaning change, but still it's precise, and it's not altering the meaning. So it's not contradicting with the meaning. Therefore, it's correct. So what I did, I have eliminated I have also eliminated the word wonder. I have also eliminated the why structure, why clause in the middle. So I eliminated it. Okay. Those who understand simple sentence and complex sentence, I mean, you all understand, I know, but those who can remember. So I wonder why he put up, that was a complex sentence, but the reasons for his terrible conditions are, that's a simple sentence. So in business communications, business letters, obviously simple sentences are more preferable. I've got one question. Let's see what the question is. Should we leave one line blank after the salutation part in our business letter? That's a very good question. I repeat, should we leave one line blank after the salutation part in our business letter? I repeat, should we leave one line blank after the salutation part in our business letter? Okay. I hope you can see, right? Okay. So it should be the date. Okay. It should be the inside address. I mean the address of the recipient, guys. I hope you can see. And then comes the subject. Oops. I use Apple iPhone, Apple Mac, and Apple earphone. So every lovable students used to call me Apple Man. Anyway, they're very good, kind-hearted AIB students. Most of them are almost like my friends. Anyway, so subject, and then finally the salutation. Salutation. Okay, and then the body starts, first paragraph. I'm sure you probably do not see my handwriting just because that it's in the pencil and not necessary at all. Just see what I have done here. I have write the date, then line gap, inside address, line gap, subject, line gap, salutation, line gap, first para. Now, since we do everything on computer, MS Word, give an enter sign. Enter. Sorry, give an enter, not a sign. Give an enter. Once you write the date here, give an enter. And then inside address, finish it. In the inside address, do not use gap. There is no gap between the inside address. Like there are several lines in the inside address. For example, the name, the person's name, the position, and the company name, no gap. And then the subject line, and then the salutation. Always same gap. And how we do it? We do it through enter sign. It is automatically done in the computer. Give one enter. Okay, so it's like this gap. Your question was how many line gap? One line gap or two lines gap? Actually, there is 1.5 and 2. So I always use 1.5 line gap and 2 line gap. If the letter is very large, you have to accommodate it in one page, then 1.5 line gap or maybe 1 line gap. If the letter is small, then keep 2 lines gap. It will look better in the page that nicely used all part of the page. Okay, so you see how much preparation I have taken. Okay, so the paper was not visible. I'm sorry, actually. The light was over there on the top. Okay, should I show it again? Probably. Here, the date, gap, inside address, gap, subject line, gap, salutation, gap, first para. You know what I will do? I will give you the, what is it called? The material in that Facebook page, okay? Over there, you will get a full outline. Let me charge my laptop for a second. I had full charge, but since I have gone online and several things are open, that's why went fast. Okay, so Maria Afrin was asking, please discuss the business letter format. Remember, business letter is a large topic, and therefore I have given, I have specified today's discussion. One is the word choice and then the sentence. So letter format was not a part of today's discussion, but don't worry. At the end of our discussion, I will upload it in my Mehedi Pabitra Facebook page. You can get it from there. Okay. All right. Moving on. How about this sentence? There are a number of reasons why the marketing plan should be revised. I think it's also getting late. It's almost 11:29. We are supposed to finish it by 11:30. Anyway, probably we can extend 8-10 minutes. So let's be a little quick so that I can at least finish the word choice part, if not the sentence. So, by the way, there is one announcement for all of you. Tomorrow is the IELTS speaking part, and in Bengali সবাই আমাকে খুব খেপায় যে আপনি খালি বারবার মনে করায় দেন যে আপনি 9 এ 9 পেয়েছেন স্পিকিং এ, আর আমিও সবাইকে খেপানোর জন্য আমিও সবাইকে দেখা হলেই বলি যে আমি কিন্তু IELTS এ 9 পেয়েছি। সো এটা মজা আর কি। সো এনিওয়ে, যেমন এখন একবার বললাম যে আমি ওকে, সো আমি আসছি। এখন একবার বললাম যে আমি 9 পেয়েছি। ইনফ্যাক্ট আমার যে পোস্টার, দ্য ব্লু ফ্লায়ার, সেখানেও আমি খুব বড় করে লিখে দিয়েছি যে হাউ আই গট 9। Amazing experience ছিল. It was probably a very interesting experience how I got, I mean, really, when I saw that I got 9 in IELTS speaking, I became very happy. I became really happy, and I'm also grateful to my IELTS examiner, the interviewer who gave me 9. She was a wonderful person, such a broad-minded person, absolutely brilliant. She's in my Facebook, by the way. And I'm also grateful to, okay, I shouldn't mention the name of the organization with whom I sat for the IELTS, because that might be a bit promotion, and then everybody will be going, or that's not a problem for me, but people will see, oh, okay, fine, if we go there, then we will get good score. Anyway, so tomorrow I will be talking about my what I exactly did to get a 9 in my IELTS speaking, and I really wanted to get a very good score in speaking. And in my first IELTS, I received 7.5 in speaking, but then in recent IELTS I got 9. So I will be talking talking about, or I will be telling you about the changes, the insights, the additions that I have added to my speaking, which I did not do in earlier IELTS and which I have done in my recent IELTS, which have directly impacted to get a good score, to get a very good score. In fact, it was a bullseye, spot on. So you are talking to a native. This session is taken by a native because that was the status I have given after I have got IELTS 9 speaking. I gave a status in my Facebook that a native is born. Anyway, it was just a fun. Thanks to the Almighty for such a fun moment, and also grateful to my British Council interviewer. Just mentioned British Council, you see, who took my exam. Anyway, coming back to the discussion, sorry, I just maybe wasted a little bit of your time, but I'm supposed to remind you about tomorrow. That's why. I hope that you will be joining with me tomorrow at 10:30. I hope I will be able to come. Please remember that it's a little personal, but still, I just lost my grandfather only a few days ago. My parents are physically unwell, especially my father. But still, I have come with all my preparations, with all my slides and everything. Tasmin and Borshon, I have committed to them. And I have also committed to you that I will be here. So I have come. So I in fact decided, by the way, do you know that the guy Borshon, he's a bassist. I saw a guitar in his room. I also have a keyboard here, and I also have a guitar here. So I thought that at the end of a session, I would pull up my guitar and then I will be maybe playing a song. That's how I will end the session. Khub bhalo ekta time hobe. But situation is not like that. Maybe in some other time, hopefully, we will be singing songs together. Okay, so let's move on. So there are a number of reasons why the marketing plan should be revised. So the correction is the marketing plan should be revised for many reasons. So you see, a number of has been shifted to many, and then why the marketing plan? That is the complex sentence, but I have transferred it to the simple sentence. And then this is the third one. I think a Native American will take the third one. He will never ever write the first one. If I talk about writing, a Native American will not write the first one. I tell you. He may write the second one, but third one is probably the one that a Native American or a British person will write. The marketing plan needs a revision for many reasons. It's sleek. It's very slim and sleek. Do you want to copy? Oh, you want to take a picture? Please do. Please do, because that will save our time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is there any question? Oh, sorry. So Rifat requested to give some exercise. So Rifat, I will be, as I said, I will be giving definitely some exercise, and I will also give some materials. Just contact the page, see the page. I will be uploading the materials for you guys. No problem. Avoid these words. Maybe let's keep this slide the last slide. Some of you probably haven't had the dinner, or probably it's already late, very late. So this is gonna be the last slide probably, okay? Okay, so you see lots of, obviously we speak the word lots of a number of times. So we also write it in our business letters. In email, it's all right. As I said, email is casual, but for the letters, no, do not write lots of. So you will use the word many. Nice. I think that's also a very common spoken word. so it interrupts into our writing. Do not use the word nice. You can use the word excellent. You can use the word effective. So excellent, effective, pleasant. Okay, so excellent, effective, pleasant, appropriate. Okay, those words. Big, giant. So do not use these words. Use the word large. Okay, things is a word that especially students write a lot. Things. So when you use the word thing, you actually mean something. Maybe thing is a plan, thing is a campaign, thing is a project, thing is a road, thing is an idea. So you use that word. You use the word idea, you use the word plan, you use the word prospectus, you use the word whatever you are thinking. When we write the word thing, we think of something else, like we think a problem or a solution. Okay, I have something to tell you. It's spoken, it's fine. Okay, but in writing we cannot write I need to inform you something. No, I need to share an idea with you. So that is how we write. So you have to use the word that comes in your mind when you use the word thing. All right. Oh, by the way, like that's something that I also okay, so I'm getting some appreciations. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you, Mushfiq Dawan. Yes, I know who you are, and you are very close to me, no doubt. So when we see like the word, use such as. Oh, by the way, Tahamid also texted me several times. Thank you, Tahamid, for being with me for a long time. So when we use like a lot, when you use the word like, use such as. Okay, so what did we learn from this slide? We used three things. Okay, let me summarize it. Number one, do not use the word like, use such as. Please do not use the word like, use such as. Do not use the word lots of, use many. And when you use the word nice, amazing, something like this, do not use nice or amazing in your business letters or even emails. Write excellent, effective, appropriate, satisfying, something like this. Okay. Okay, the other one, the abbreviated forms, we already discussed. Okay, so what is the time now? It's 11:39. I think we should stop, right? So it's 11:39. Okay, last one, this one. I think this one is very essential. The reason আমি শেয়ার করছি because এটা আমার কাছে খুব প্রয়োজনীয় মনে হয়েছে. Okay, so you see, angry and will you say the smiley one, the right side? I don't think so. Actually, if you look at the previous slide, you need to see the previous slide. This is our last slide, I promise. Okay, so this technique is emotive words. Okay, I repeat, emotive words. So by the way, it looks like that probably my computer is probably not functioning properly right now because of the lot of softwares this and that is currently working. So anyway, so as I said that the emotive words are the words that we express for our anger. Okay. Okay, fine. My presentation just probably the file just automatically shut down. I'm opening anyway. So quickly to wrap it up, There are some emotive words which we use in our writing without knowing that these are inappropriate. You can write it. Shocked, surprised, shocked, amazed, angry, disturbed, annoyed. Okay, so annoyed, disturbed, disgusted, surprised, shocked, angry. So
প্রবাবলি স্যারের ইন্টারনেট কানেকশন হয়তো সমস্যা হচ্ছে। কিছুক্ষণ ওয়েট করতে পারি। ওকে, স্যারের ইন্টারনেট কানেকশনের জন্য একটু সমস্যা হচ্ছে, তো স্যার চেষ্টা করছেন, আপনারা সাথেই থাকবেন। হোপ স্যার। ওকে, স্যার ম্যাক রিস্টার্ট নিচ্ছে। Sir will come and he will wrap it up. So if you can hold on for a minute, maybe, please. And sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, by this time আসলে আমাদের কালকের সেশন সম্পর্কে আপনারা অনেকেই জানেন, স্যারও আপনাদেরকে বলেছেন যে আমাদের কালকের সেশনটা হচ্ছে আইএলস স্পিকিং এর ব্যাপারে। সো আমরা আসলে অনেকেই আইএলস স্পিকিং এর জন্য আমাদের আসলে এই সেশনের জন্য আসলে প্রচুর রেজিস্ট্রেশন পড়েছে, তো আজ স্পিকিং এর জন্য অনেকেই ইন্টারেস্টেড মোটামুটি। সো আই হোপ কালকে আমাদের একটা বেশ ইন্টারেস্টিং আরো ইন্টারেস্টিং একটা সেশন হবে, যেটা সবাইকে হেল্প করতে পারবে। আর আমরা চেষ্টা করছি আসলে লেটস লার্নে ডিফারেন্ট টাইপের সেশন করার। আপনাদের যদি কোনো রিকোয়েস্ট থাকে, স্পেশাল রিকোয়েস্ট যে আপনারা এই টাইপের সেশন চাচ্ছেন, আমরা চেষ্টা করব সেই টাইপের সেশন করার জন্য। আপনারা আমাদেরকে ইনবক্স করতে পারেন, অথবা যে কোনো টাইপে আমাদের যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন আমার ইমেল অ্যাড্রেসে অথবা পেজে। আর আমাদের টার্গেটটা হচ্ছে প্রত্যেক উইকের ফ্রাইডেতে অথবা এক উইক পরপর ফ্রাইডেতে। তো নেক্সট ফ্রাইডে তো আমাদের একটা আছে, সেটা হচ্ছে মাইক্রো সার্ভিসের উপরে। হয়তো যারা সফটওয়্যার ইঞ্জিনিয়ার অথবা সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপার তারা হয়তো বুঝবেন। সো আমি জানি আই এম জাস্ট ওকে, স্যার ইজ হিয়ার।
ওকে, আমি কি কথা বলবো?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আচ্ছা, all right, fine. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me your time. তাই না? মানে এত রাতে পর্যন্ত ধরে হচ্ছে অনেকক্ষণ আমার কথা সবাই মানে শোনার জন্য যে এতক্ষণ কি বলবো জেগে ছিলেন, না সবাই আপনি করে বলতে হবে, ফাইন। সবাই যে এতক্ষণ সময় ধরে ছিলেন সেজন্য অনেক অনেক থ্যাঙ্কস। যদিও আমি জানি যে অনেকেই আসলে বেসিক্যালি আমার পরিচিত স্টুডেন্টস অ্যান্ড এভরিথিং, সো তাদের তাদের জন্য am I there? Yeah. সো তাদের জন্য অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা। সবাই সুস্থ থাকুন, ভালো থাকুন, শরীর ভালো থাকুন। সবার সাথে ইনশাল্লাহ আবারও দেখা হবে, তাই না? সবার কারোর সাথে দেখা হচ্ছে না ফিজিক্যালি, এটি একটা অনুভূতি, একটা ডিফারেন্ট একটা অনুভূতি ফর দ্য ফার্স্ট টাইম ইন আওয়ার লাইফ। তো উই অল প্রে অ্যান্ড হোপ দ্যাট দ্য অলমাইটি becomes merciful for all of us. আপনারা লেটস লার্ন বাংলাদেশের সাথে থাকুন, বিকজ ওনারা আসলে সবকিছু খুব সুন্দর করে অ্যারেঞ্জ করছে এবং বিষয়গুলো সবার জন্য ওপেন ফর অল। এটা কিন্তু একটা বড় ব্যাপার যে একটা অর্গানাইজেশন নিজেদের হয়ে রিসোর্স পারসন অ্যারেঞ্জ করছে এবং তারপরে কিছু একটা লার্নিং শেয়ার করছে, কমপ্লিটলি অ্যাবসলিউটলি ওপেন ফর অল। এটা একটা খুবই ভালো উদ্যোগ। তো আমি নিজেও এরকম অনেক কিছু মানে খুঁজতে থাকি যে কোথাও এরকম সুযোগ পেলে সেটা আমিও চেষ্টা করি শেখার জন্য। তো ধন্যবাদ তাসমিন, বর্ষণ, যারা যারা আমাকে টেক্সট করলো মেসেঞ্জারে, এভরিওয়ারে, যারা টেক্সট করে নাই কিন্তু সাথে ছিল, যারা নোট নিয়েছে, যাদের মোটামুটি ভালো লেগেছে সবকিছু, সবাইকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা, অনেক ধন্যবাদ, সবার জন্য অনেক অনেক প্রেয়ার। সবাই ভালো থাকবেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো ভেরি মাচ। কালকে দেখা হচ্ছে ইনশাল্লাহ 10:30-তে। আমি একটু আগেই চলে আসবো। You can text me on my messenger for your questions. You can also take help from Saidu. Okay? Bye bye. Thank you. I sign off.
থ্যাংক ইউ। ওকে, তো থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ আমাদের এই সেশনে থাকার জন্য, এবং কালকে অবশ্যই আবার আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি আপনাকে।
I will try my best.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ সবাইকে। সবার কোনো কমেন্ট থাকলে সবাই জানাবেন, কোনো ব্যাপার জানার থাকলে। এবং আমাদের যে ইউআরএলটা দেওয়া হয়েছে সেখানে স্যারের কিছু রিসোর্সও দেওয়া হবে, যদি স্যার যেগুলো আমাদের সাথে শেয়ার করবেন আর কি। তো থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ, বাই বাই।